So my oldest son, who's now 19, was in kindergarten, and even though I'd been a public school teacher for several years and thought it was just fine when I was teaching in the system, as a parent, I realized it wasn't the right fit for my son. The school was trying to foster independence, which I think is great, but they were doing it in a way that really left parents kind of in the dark. They were really trying to, to separate school and family life instead of welcoming and incorporating parents. It was like they were trying to, push us away. I started meeting with other friends and saying, gosh, what would the ideal school look like? If we could create, an ideal environment, what would that be? I decided, well, I really want him to be in an environment with a small class size and kids that he can get to know really well. And we all agreed that we learn more, in general, humans learn more when they're doing things rather than just hearing about it. So we thought it would be best to have a school that focused on doing things and doing things that kids were excited about. I saw in kids, and I realized that even in my own teaching, that at such a young age, that curiosity, that natural curiosity that kids have was being squashed a little bit because teachers didn't have time for that. And I wanted a school that would more embrace those questions and find ways, either at school at the time or at home later, for those questions to be answered and that curiosity to be valued. Something that's amazing to me is that every year when I come back, that curiosity, even with the oldest kids, that curiosity is still there. I think that is amazing because if you went and interviewed 6th, 7th, grade kids at public schools, they don't have that sparkle in their eye talking about the projects they're doing and the choices they're making on all these things. I mean, it's very rare to find, that kind of curiosity and ownership of their learning, at that age. And I feel like here, that is still very much alive. They understand that they're in charge of their education. We can stuff kids with a bunch of knowledge and have them memorize rote stuff and spit it out. And that is kind of useless because people can Google stuff later. Like, that's not the stuff that's important. The important stuff is the inquiry, the curiosity, the collaboration, the, perseverance to be like, man, this was an epic fail. I got to try this again. What's a different strategy? At AHB, us taking the time and having small enough classes to let them explore and fail and try again and discuss and, work together to figure it out or not figure it out and have to find other resources and that sort of stuff. It's invaluable. It makes such a big difference for kids, I think, as they go off into the real world, because those are the skills that no matter what field you're in, those are the skills that are going to matter.